Hi, how y'all doing? This is Joanna here with a Wednesday video. It's so messed up. Earlier today, had I had broken. I kind of had broken. I always kind. I'll admit when I screw up, I was like so mad because I was down 4-0 right from jump. I was like, fuck this, and I immediately had to, you know, scrap a video for Wednesday. But I'm back. Um, and I'm saying that because this is the team I was doing. Because I was like, I was so mad. I was like, oh, it's just So this is kind of like the honesty in me just coming out and just saying, I don't even know why I'm saying it, but yeah, I don't know. And then of course I'm like thinking to myself, why am I admitting this? I really don't care. I'm not really secretive about having to restart videos and redo things. I'm not perfect. I'm not even good in my own opinion, which is weird because it's like, why would you say that? I'd say that as an honesty. Like, I'm not a gamer in that way. I'm not like, I could barely get a few runs. I don't have the latest games anymore, but yeah. So my whole point is just like, a little bit of honesty never really hurt, but sometimes it does, I guess. I don't know. And right now we're back with the Mets. We're just running. We're actually still in the playoff hunt, which is kind of why I would get stressed out about being down 4-0 from jump, but here nor there, you know. And I mean, sometimes like stress is good, but sometimes it's just like, you know, sometimes it makes you go crazy. Sometimes it's just like, not good. As I'm like, trying to like get myself some wiggle room, money wise. Maybe I'll do that a little later. Like I'm like thinking, how the hell am I gonna do that? I don't know. As I grounded, really having a bad first inning, so far. As I'm like hitting my headphones, like today's been like a really, really off day. I actually had my apartment sprayed on Tuesday, so that's the day I'm talking about. I'm talking about the day before. I record usually a day or two ahead of time. So this is being recorded, Tuesday, March 16th, but it's going up March 17th. And I had my apartment sprayed, so I'm mad at them because whenever they do that, sometimes it's just like, do you even like care? I think that to myself, like, do you even care, housing authority, what you do? Like, you idiots, like, I'm over here, like, I hate it because it just makes me so mad of, like, in that phase of, like, they throw apart the whole apartment. They act like every small infraction is this major deal. But then they don't like understand anything. They don't understand that when you throw the bed against the wall, or it's like that's just not helping, you know. And then it's like, oh, that's your fault. It's like, no. When you come to clean, you don't leave the apartment like in a complete clusterfuck, you know. Like that's just not right. And with some things, like if you're dealing with bed bugs, that's just fucking dumb because they crawl on the walls. Like, why would you open it up to more stupid things? But then again, this is a housing authority, not a intelligence one. Yeah. Because I'm like, I just hate that too. Like, by the way, you know, you gotta have some intelligence. You can't just be some bump on a log getting work. Like that's, I mean, I know that happens. I don't like it, you know. As we kind of just give them a strike there. That was ball 3 in all likelihood, but you know, we gave him a strike. As I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm taking a few pitches. I'm doing pretty decently this at bat, but the other ones, not so much. Actually, part of it is just because I'm like, I don't want to go back to pitching. I'm like looking at it from the perspective of like, let's get as much out of our offense as we can, because when it comes to pitching, I'm going to be livid. Because I'm not good at it as much as I think I am sometimes. You know, so let's just see what we got here. Maybe we get a walk or something. And then we just strike out because I just totally booped up that one. Because I should have let that one go, but I thought it would stay straight. It did not, and I bailed him out. Yeah. This is like, I got killed by this team, so I'm like, I'm not itching to go back to pitch. You know, for lack of a better expression. Another thing is too, my clutch got screwed up. I was like so mad at that. I'm like, yeah, that's like the small thing that you just go, fuck, you know? Because like, you don't want the clutch to screw up. You don't want that to happen. That makes everything worse, for sure. Because when that happens, you just go from like angry or knowing that certain things aren't going to shake out to really angry and knowing things aren't going to shake out. Yeah, kind of going with a little bit of a different look today in the lineup, so. Especially because I'm just like, yeah, we should be starting the regulars, but we're not. Because it's not like, I really don't know. I'm like a bad team. But I know we're not a good team, so. Like, because we're the Mets, and this is not typical Mets. Mets are not typically a good team, so. I mean, now they put more effort towards winning. They went from an owner that treated it like a housing authority to an owner that literally, you know, treats it like a team, you know, which is always nice, as we're kind of going back to the same bullshit I was mad at earlier. Not the pitching, but the meter, you know, all that shit where it's like, bro, come on. But by the same token, I'm a little bit more rested now, so, yeah. But also, again, it's like, okay, the heat is on. You know, it's 9 o'clock. I've got a group at 10, so I've got a group, 9 o'clock, I got like an hour to make a content. I really don't have much of a choice here. Because once I start making the group, I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing another video, you know. So it's going to be like that. And the other thing is, I'm just like, oh, shit, I got so much things I got to do. And of course, we give up a single because we tried the same pitch back to back. That doesn't work. I'm really not happy about that because that's usually one of the worst things that could happen, is to give up leadoff hits, you know. We're going to just not think about the anger right now. Because I'm not in the mood to like have to make a video at 1 a.m. I'm not in the mood to do that. I'm also not in the mood to get my ass handed to me, but to be honest with you, like I'd rather have something recognizable and quit in the middle of an inning, quit, with like something positive or something, not me at the top of my lungs saying this is effing ass, you know. Yeah, so I'm like that. Like I could quit, anytime. It's all depending on situation. If it's down 1-0, we might just have to quit at the end of an inning. But we were down 4-0, so long as we got a decent amount recorded, I could live with that. I hate the pause like that because it's just I'm not someone that likes to pause, but because that usually means you're thinking about shit, and that's true. I like to get to 15. I like that. I don't always get that because we don't always get what we want. Like I know that one of the things is that a strikeout? But maybe he fouled it off. I don't care. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, we're 4 minutes away from just prematurely, not prematurely, because again, usually I count like a whole inning as a good time to end it, but in this case, I'm more than willing to just go half an inning or something, especially when it's like, damn, we get a double play here, hopefully, because I was so mad the first time. I had 1 out, and I was about to get an out, and then Jose Reyes fucked up, and that pissed me right the hell off. That went from from ground zero to Mount Everest, because that was that would have helped me out so much the first recording, and I probably would have kept going. But when you start seeing those errors, it just becomes like, the hell, Also, trying to win with the backups or guys not playing normal positions. That's not easy, but it's doable. I mean, with only Yandy Diaz and Miguel Cairo they're not really that bad, but Mike Piazza at first, that's definitely not his normal position. It probably would be the position he fits best at, to be honest. He's a terrible defensive catcher. And he's decent enough offensively to say, occasionally he can play first. But yeah, so we're going up against a home run hitter like Tommy. He seems like a nice guy. The only time I've ever really seen him do an interview was in a Cleveland documentary back in 2017 when he was talking about the 90s Indians. He really is one of the nicest. He seems like one of the nicest guys, because sometimes you see those documentaries and you just go like, it's an act, and they're not genuine. But sometimes it's like you could tell when you're dealing with those, when you look at them, you're like, yeah, some of those guys you could tell were hiding it back, and some of them, like Tommy and Charlie Manuel, he was in, he made me smile when he was talking about Manny Ramirez, because you could tell by the way he was talking that it was like he wasn't acting. He wasn't embellishing as much. He was just like, yeah, Manny Ramirez was a kick, and to be honest with you, that's true. Manny was, I'm still a Red Sox fan. He's one of my all-time favorite players, just because you never knew what he was going to do. And some of it was just dude, him being him was just awesome. They did a whole sports center thing on that. I mean, but also he brought some fun to the game. That's one of those things that I think that the MLB should have embraced more, is that him just being himself was just fun. And fuck unwritten rules. You got to have players that have fun, have personality. I love Tatis. I love him because even though he may not have the style that I like of humor, or the style I like of fun, Manny Ramirez would be my style, just his offbeat nature. But at the same time, you gotta have fun. You're getting paid millions of dollars to play a game for kids, and you're gonna take it all serious all the time. No, have fun. You know, and I say that as someone that could get frustrated from being a loser at 4-0 in the first inning if we hit the minimum. Having a much better video than I thought, to be honest with you, because even if I did decide to quit, at least I got to my minimum standard. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Strike him out. Nope, of course not. That never happens, right? Is that an out? I don't think that is. Because of course it isn't. Yeah, it's a home run. Again, like, at least I got to that point where I could just say, F it, I don't care. Right? Be like, okay, we may have given up a home run, we may not have a good pitcher on the mound. That's another thing I really don't like. Pitchers with 3 pitches, not really freaking awesome, but again, at least, to be honest, at least we got, 15. And that's what I want usually. So, let's see if we could get this guy to ground out or something. I hate the slowness of that pitch meter sometimes. In MLB The Show, it was worse, because when it did that in MLB The Show, it was, like, really bad. Because it would speed right up, like, and then you'd be, like, throwing a pitch way out of the zone. Stay up long enough just to hurt him to catch it, please. We got 2 outs. That's kind of the other reason I'm not really angry just yet. Because 2 outs, a lot better than, coming in with a 4-run inning with, like, 1 out when you know, oh, it's going to be a long day. Yeah, like, I was, like, so mad at I'm still mad at them. Like, they can't even do shit right. But, at least we got out of that inning. At least we're at the point where we're just going to maybe do R-ups. Because, why not do R-ups and go to and stop? Because I don't really, there's like in between an inning and then there's usually like this where it's like, yeah, we just want to do R-ups, see what happens. Because I know we'd be coming in really, if I get a good inning here, we'll be coming up at like a half hour, 25 minutes. If I get a really bad inning, we still made the minimum, so, yeah. Yeah, that was a swing. That was a swingable pitch. Yeah, I hate that home run, though. That's like, especially when I'm not good offensively, so 1 run is not where you want to be. But oh well. Especially like when you're just like, oh, come on, get down. Ah, damn it. He didn't line out, but he might as well have, so yeah, there we go. Especially because, that's an easy play outside of the pick at third, but like we had no speed, so yeah, easy play for the third baseman, really. Because if you knock it down, he's still going to get Piazza at first. You don't have to catch it, in other words, to get him out at first. No, that's kind of what he did, anyways. He kind of kept it in front of him. He didn't bobble it, but he did that, Yeah, so I'm just like, I might get to 20 minutes, because I don't play around, but I know that if I have a good inning here, we could be in business, and we're kind of in business, because again, it's a 1-run lead for them. So, who cares, It's like, it's marginal. And also, like, when you start realizing you should be taking pitches, that's usually a good thing, too. It'll be like, oh, wait a minute, I could do that. And, oh, wait a minute, if I save now, I'm not in a bad spot, Because sometimes, things happen, your controller disconnects, and bam, the game cuts. Which would suck. That would actually be really bad. Well, let's see if we could drive up the count 2-0. That's going to be a 2-0 pitch. Yeah, that was like, once I saw it was like eyeball level, I'm like, that's going to be a take. Why? because it's eyeball level, and unless it's a curve, that's not going to drop into the zone usually. It almost did, but it just didn't, so easy take. At least I know like how to draw out the video a little bit, I guess, right? Actually, that's a take, not because it was a good pitch to take, but like I was thinking about that. That you hope that misses and goes low, because that's a ground ball right there. So just trying to like make him throw pitches I want to hit, not pitches he wants to throw. So that's usually something I got to do better at. Usually. Okay, so that was a swing. We swung early, but yeah, who cares? Right? Be like, yeah, who really cares? Again, we're about like 5 minutes beyond usually what I go for, so about 6 actually, more likely. Damn it. I was hoping that would not catch the inside part of the plate, rather. Well, the good thing is, like I said, I'm not even a big like, oh, I must play every inning fan. If I don't feel like playing in that game, I don't play the whole game. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But I am gonna finish out this half inning, because why not? Right? We're down 1-0. Let's see if we can get a home run. We got some hitters coming up. Also, who cares, right? Like, the one thing I like about this game is it has the auto sim. You can sim to the end. In the Madden and in the versions I'm using, you can't do that. So, yeah, let's just take it and see what we could do here. And we round right into second. I don't care. Just gonna save it, because there's no reason to care. You know, like especially when you're down 1-0, you've already hit the limit you want. So let's just wrap things up for Wednesday and not post the video that's gonna make me like really sad if I post the video from earlier. That would make me so mad. I'd be like, oh, I posted the video of me swearing at the top of my lungs, ready to go nuts. Not cool. That would make me so mad at just my stupidity. Okay, we're going to pause it and actually stop the video now. Because, you don't want to keep rambling too much. Let's just pause it. Alright, save the game. Yep, there we go. And the Phillies are probably going to win, just in all honesty. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Peace.